it's already been 2 years of my braces, and it'll be 2 years and 1 month when I get them off. Hi friends, it's Abby. I know I haven't made a video in like 3 months, and I'm so sorry. It just got away from me, to be honest. Before I get into this video, I just want to mention I have a stutter. So, of course, if I talk differently, that is why. We got a lot to discuss. We got a lot to catch up on. Okay, the first thing being my braces. I haven't made a braces update, I think, in like 6 months, maybe a little bit later. I just had my orthodontist appointment today. This is how my teeth are looking. And very exciting news! I was told that next month, April 16th, I will be getting my braces off. That's so exciting! And I was also told that I didn't have to wear my rubber bands anymore. He said my bite looks good and that I don't have to wear them anymore. I will say I'm a weirdo and I like all the little changes that come with braces. Like every appointment, there's like a little thing that's new or different, and I liked having rubber bands. I'm the weirdo that wanted rubber bands. And sure, they were uncomfortable when I first had them, like way back in last January of 2023. I've been wearing like rubber bands for over a year. That is crazy. I asked him about my braces rubber band pattern, if it was going to be changing, and he's like, nope, you don't have to wear them anymore, you're done, your bite looks good. And I was like, thank you. It honestly feels illegal to not be wearing my rubber bands. It really does, because I was so crazy about wearing them. A couple things that I went through the past months with my braces is really just different steps in the wire. That's where they make little square steps in your wire, and it can either hold your tooth down or up. I am still dealing with my gum recession on this tooth here. And I actually went in today and I was like, hey, it's really sore and sensitive, and I'm afraid to brush down there because I don't want it to cause the situation to be worse. But the one girl, she taught me a different way to brush down there. So instead of brushing it like this way, she said to take the bristles and put it at the bottom and then brush like in this motion. I also have my dentist cleaning next week. So yeah, and then April 16th, I will officially be done. And that is so crazy to think about where I started. I'll put a picture to where we are now. It's just insane. And of course, he said he's going to make like the ridges on my teeth look better and align better, like this one here. You see how like there's an edge of my tooth that's like a little bit higher, so it makes it look like it's not aligned, but it is. Because I asked him about it. I was like, does this tooth need some more movement? And he was like, oh no. He's like, it just looks that way because it's out of alignment due to that ridge. So he's gonna make it look all pretty and nice. And then the last thing that I will have to do is go see my periodontist about that one tooth and get a gum graft. I'm not really looking forward to that. It's gonna be a little scary. I gotta do it, hopefully, just to kind of ensure that my gum tissue stays healthy and I can keep that tooth. There's not really been a whole lot going on, just basically different wire changes. And the last appointment, they took off my power chain and just left it regular with just the colors around the brackets themselves. That was basically it. Nothing too crazy. I'm trying to think. There's a couple things that they might have done. I think he also, oh, that's what he did last time too. He also took off a couple brackets and repositioned them. And there was times where he would go in and make some more space in between my teeth. That's all just a very tiny minor adjustments that they did throughout the months. And it's already been 2 years of my braces, and it'll be 2 years and 1 month when I get them off. And that's right around the estimated time that they said. They said 18 to 24 months, but most likely more towards the 2-year mark, which I figure because my teeth were crazy, so much crowding. Now, straying away from braces, I do have a couple other updates. As you can probably see, I changed my nose piercings. So this one I just changed to a hoop or a clicker. And then my nostril piercing, I actually downsized to a little stud because the other one I felt like was a little bit too big for my nostril, and it kept jutting out of my nose. And so they don't really want that because they don't want a whole lot of movement because it's still healing, so that can like irritate things and not be good. So I downsized it and changed it to a hoop. I eventually want to get a gold or a rose gold hoop because I feel like it would match my skin tone a little better, because I do have a little bit of red in my skin. So I finally went back to my piercer instead of changing it myself. Went back to my piercer and got it changed. The last like big update that I want to end off on is I started medication for depression and anxiety, but primarily for my PMDD that I officially got diagnosed with back in January. Yeah, January. I went to a gynecologist for the first time in over 8 years. I have a whole video talking about my hymenectomy and then my like anxieties with going back to the gynecologist. I just was very, very nervous, and I was afraid that it wouldn't go well. But I went into this new doctor with an open mind, and I just was very, very open and honest with her about my fear and my anxieties, and she didn't make me do anything I wasn't ready for. She didn't make me do any sort of examination, and she listened, most importantly, with my struggles as far as my period and feeling so crazy and unbalanced and just out of the normal for how your period should make you feel. I described to her just everything that I felt, like all the weird other things that I was dealing with, like binge eating and extreme loading, and like my back and like my chest was hurting really, really bad, and also the mental and emotional instability that I experienced. Like I actually got a little bit emotional because I told her it's really, really hard to feel this way. It's really, really hard to be told by loved ones that like you can't talk to them when you're like this, because we clash. And I was having severe mood swings. Like there would be some times where I would be so low I didn't want to be alive. There was other times where I'd be so angry, like just unnormally angry, and I knew that it was from my period, but I just went on living with it until I finally was like, okay, I have to stop doing this. So my work actually has a insurance discount. It's on top of like what they would already give you. It's called like the healthy living discount, and in order to receive that discount you can complete some items on a checklist, and one of those items was to actually get my cervical cancer screening. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to. That's aka a pap smear. I knew I wasn't going to be able to because of just my history, but I still went into it hoping that maybe I could get some answers aside from. I went in, she listened to me, she was so nice, so understanding. She made me feel so seen and heard about my PMDD, and she definitely said, this is classic PMDD and you do not have to feel this way. And she went over the options of birth control or SSRIs, that's serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Basically, she put me on the generic name for Lexapro. It's actually escitalopram, and I'm on 10 milligrams. I've been taking it for the past 2 months. In April, it'll be 3 months, and I go back to her in April. Actually, oddly enough, the same day that I get my braces off. I'm going to that appointment, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for her to examine me or if I just want to go and ask more questions about my medicine and just have more general conversation about how the medicine has helped. I will say, for the first time, my last period, I did not have any abnormal thoughts or emotions, or I found that this medicine actually helps curb my appetite, especially around my period. Not a whole lot. Like when I first took it, the first week or two, that was awful. That was horrible. Like I could not eat. I was not hungry. My moods were really bad. But now that it's like adjusted into my body, I'm feeling way better. I find myself being so much more happier and upbeat and just a little crazy. Like I've just been like more giggly and just like, I don't want to say weird, but like a lot of people at work have noticed that I've been a lot more chipper and upbeat and more likely to just be in a better mood. It is truly a night and day difference. It's for anxiety and depression, and I feel like that has helped a lot. Now the first 2 weeks, like I said, they were bad. I was having really bad anxiety, like panic attacks. I was just having a hard time like getting to bed, and like no appetite, but just like my overall mood was just like really bad. I think I also started it in the middle of my PMDD cycle, so that's why. Now I've been a bit adjusted and I'm feeling way better, like more inclined to just like dance and like be giggly, and I don't know. Yeah, I never thought that I would actually be on a SSRI or a medicine for my brain, but it's necessary. It really, really is. And I was just afraid of going through the constant up and downs of, if this medicine didn't work, then trying this medicine and upping this dosage or lowering this dosage. And so far, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I haven't had to deal with that. I just have been on the 10 milligrams and it's been really good so far. I will keep you guys updated as far as that goes, and if you want a more like in-depth video on side effects and things about the medicine, I can definitely do that. But yeah, I'll definitely give you guys another update when I get my braces off. That's so exciting. Also, a little side note, I've been reading all of Sarah J. Maas's books. Like January 18th until now, I've like essentially read all of ACOTAR. I'm on the last book of the Throne of Glass series. And then I have Crescent City next. Some people are a little hit or miss with that series, so I'm a little afraid, but I'm sure it'll go great. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, that's where I've been the past 3 months. I know it's been a little crazy. I've had a few appointments and I've been like hanging out with friends from work a bit more, and just overall been feeling better. I feel like, especially just like with work, I don't dread going to work like I did. Like I don't feel the need to call in as much. And I feel like my mental state is way better. I don't feel dreadful, like I said, of going into work. I don't feel like, oh my god, this day is dragging, or oh come on, hurry up. I don't feel that way. I'm just like, it is what it is. And I also noticed too that if certain things happen at work with customers or just in general, I'm finding myself not letting it become that big of a deal like it would. I find myself not really letting things bother me as much as they did, or ruminating on them. Like I feel like I can just let things happen and then let it go. For the most part. Some days are easier than others still, you know, just depending on like what customers say or what happens. It's mostly around my stutter that I still get really pissed off about. Like, Can we not? Can we not? I still get random comments or people laugh, and I'm just like, this isn't a joke. It's so funny. Like, I had one customer tell me to spit it out. You're done. Fuck you for life. Cause no, that's not okay. I don't care if they knew or they didn't know that has stutter. That's still not okay. And even if you say that to someone without a speech disability, that's still not okay. It's still rude, is what I think. Only thing that I do feel a little bit weird about is, like, right now, I like kind of dissociate a bit more with the medicine. I just gotta like learn to rein it in. This is probably one of the last times you're gonna see me with braces. So I will talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tell me down below. And I'll talk to you guys later.